Hi, I'm Presley, and this is my first reflection video. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm really enjoying this class. I'm learning a lot about interpersonal communications, and it's been interesting learning. There's a lot more to communications than just talking to people, so it's cool to learn about that. And it's not just listening or two-way communication, but it's also reading people and kind of going by their emotions on their face, how they say things, how trying to interpret what they're thinking. So it's almost like a psychology class on communications, and I'm really enjoying that. Out of all the different types of communication, interpersonal communication is definitely my favorite. It's the relationships people have, and it's just like very intimate, and it's the best way to get to know someone. They can say things, but you can kind of tell when someone's faking it, like, oh, I love your shirt, and they don't really love your shirt, or whatever it is. You can kind of just get a very genuine read on people more than you would in an email or on a social media post or a phone call. So it's just a good way to really get to know people. If there were a job of just talking to people, drinking coffee, and getting to know people better, just one-on-one dialogue, I would love to have it. I just really enjoy talking with people and kind of getting a good read on them, especially my friends and people I'm close with. So another interesting thing I've really enjoyed from this class is I like learning about cultures and interpersonal communications, like the article we read about Japanese culture and the different signals, and even how different parts of the country count differently. All countries all over the world have different dialogues and different ways of communicating, and signals here might not be okay in another country. And even in China, a couple miles away, you could throw up the wrong sign and it wouldn't be good. Just um, because of culture differences, and I really appreciate different cultures, or I try to appreciate different cultures and have an open mind to them. I don't want to be known as one of those Americans who only cares about myself and what I'm comfortable with and what I know. So I think it's important that we're open to cultures and being aware of what's acceptable in some and not in others. Especially there's so many people here, like especially at the University of Florida, from different places, and we want to make sure they all feel welcomed here. Another thing I really enjoyed in this class so far was our self-disclosure and the Johari window model. So I was super excited that we got to do this as an assignment, and I did the survey and I was super excited, and then I got my results back, or when I did my results, I thought I did them wrong at first because it said I was very closed off, I didn't like talking to people, I was very reserved, and I was super surprised, and I was like, in my reflection, I was kind of questioning it and just not really sure. It's like, well, this doesn't seem like me, but part of the description is not knowing that you're this way, and so I was super confused. And one of my roommates is in this class as well, and I was talking to her about it, and I showed her, and she showed me that really it was my openness square was larger, and I was just reading the window model the wrong way. So that was good to know that I really do know myself better than I thought I did, and it's been nice to have my roommate in the class so we can kind of discuss this stuff at home and help each other when we have a hard time with the assignments. It's been good to shoot ideas back and forth and things like that. But I really did enjoy that model, and kind of just, it's interesting to know that there's things people know about you that you don't know about yourself, and there's things undiscovered that we're still yet to find out about ourselves, and other people might find things out about us before we discover them, but eventually it'll all be open knowledge. And of course there's the things that we keep to ourselves and that other people don't know. So it was really interesting. That's probably been my favorite thing that I've learned about in this class so far. I also like this module as well, with the perception and, reading into situations. I think sometimes we automatically assume the worst or assume the best, and it's good to have a full read of what's going on rather than just like our initial thought. It's good to be able to assess the whole situation and see if something was miscommunicated, which way it could have been taken, and how do we clarify that and make sure we're doing it correctly. So I'm excited for the second part of this class.